Bro, I'm so sad. Oh my god. Best believe though, we're still going to cup this because it was acting very wonky. I don't care, it's just me. I'm not afraid of my own garage floor. God, I only need that much. This was $20. I was so bad. I'm so mad at myself. I just forgot to close this door. Oh, but lesson learned. God damn it. That's happened to me twice. That was so disastrous. I was cleaning something or doing something. I forgot now. Cleaning, yeah. And then I look over and I didn't close the door thingy all the way. So yeah, that was painful. Lesson learned. Okay, so with that out of the way, we have all of our samples here. I have the ones that I just did in a semi-production sort of sense. We have that one that we dropped, called it Funky. We're going to still cup that one because I was really curious to see that disaster right there. And I'm going to break down that disaster roast and show you how this sort of experimentation can help you make decisions to go like, okay, that roast was a disaster, or it didn't go so well, right? Or it didn't look good. Here's what I'm going to do right away, not cup it, not like right away at the roaster, the next roast that I'm going to do. Here's the decisions that I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that. I'm trying to profile these coffees, right? And I have sample roast right here, and then I have the production roast, and I want to compare and contrast and see how accurate I am, how off I am, whatever, right? I'm just going to see. This is about experimenting, taking very good notes, and then cupping it and then making decisions after that. So here you see on the screen here, this was the Indonesian that I did. So I went for a pretty standard like 40-40-20 kind of rule, and then based on what I saw and smelled during the roast, and the Indonesian roasted pretty much standard as I think a natural would roast. So I'm starting out at a 350 charge temp and then roasting it as I naturally would, which was cool. And we ended up with, I think, a very solid full city or medium roast level here. And then if we go back and I show you that failure one, this one's funny. This one was doing some wonky stuff, which I want to show you. Okay, so we started here with a 350 charge because I thought, I was guessing, it's a fermentation process, but also natural. However, it's a high elevation coffee from Colombia, which you'll see why this made a difference later on. So we have this here, and it really didn't hit first crack until like 380 degrees almost. Yep, 381. And so I increased the air to make it go up, and I'm intentionally doing this to just kind of see how it's reacting. And the crack for this coffee was really low. So based upon this, and before I dropped it to the floor, oh, that hurts. I was thinking already, everything seemed a little later to me. So I was like, the first thing I could change is what? What's the first thing I could change if I feel that things are running slow? Charge temp. Charge temp. Increase my charge temp. So I charged this at 350. I was like, I'm going to charge it at 360 next time. That's the big thing of knowing how to know, like, how to diagnose your own roast to see, based upon what you already do, based upon what you already do, you know, seeing where you can pinpoint where you could improve. Okay, so charge temp. And let me show you that one. Ta-da! Much better, right? So this one, I feel like I could still kind of like finagle with it. The middle, it just seemed to take a while for these greens to get to first crack. And it's a very gentle, quiet first crack. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, and I want to taste that and see what does that taste like when we have a longer middle phase, where I didn't really like. I roast this as basically like I did my Yerg or the Vietnam or the decaf. Those crack maybe because they're older, they crack at 375, 376 like this, right? And I roast them all kind of the same. So with this one, I was like, this looks better graphically. And why do we say it looks better? Because of stupid standards that are stuck in my head. I don't know if it's better. I have to cup it, and that's what we're going to find out. Okay? So I was just saying, like, I seem to have what this says to me versus, the curve just going down, and somebody says that that's correct. It's what a curve going down intentionally means is that I know how to control my heat. I think that's the better way to look at curves. It's like, do you know how to control your machine to get it to do what you want it to do? Not, down curve equals good coffee. I think what's more important is, does the roaster know how to control their roaster? I mean, does the operator know how to control their roaster to get the desired results that they want? That's a better rule, I think, to live by or to like kowtow to, because that allows room for everybody to interpret coffee the way that they need to interpret it for their customer, for their roaster, for their type of green, for their type of fuel capacity and power and potential, software, thermocouple size and sensitivity, all that stuff, all these freaking variables that come into roasting coffee, your own art, right, as a roaster, so I think that's a better, I hate to say inclusive, I think it's more realistic. It's more realistic for like most people who are in the business of coffee and roasting coffee to go, do I know how to control my roaster as an operator? Right? As an operator, do I know how to control this particular machine? Because they're all different, right? And they're all sitting and stored and maintained in different states, right? To get the desired results that I need. I mean, that's not very sexy. I know that's not very marketable. So maybe that's why the downward sloping ROR is marketed in such a way and hyped in such a way. I think it's part of it. I think that's part of the general rule of good coffee. Great coffee, I don't know. That's a subjective. Good meaning drinkable. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to find out. And let's see. I'm excited. We're just about ready to cup these guys that I ground up. I got 16 more minutes. Should give me some time. 16 minutes to go and grind all of these. So let's get to it.